It's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Gekishin Squadra video, and oh my fucking god, we won. We fucking won, fellas. Developer letter number 4. Thank you very much for your continued support of Squadra. In this developer letter, we'd like to share some info regarding the star collection system and hero acquirements. Please note that the details are still being discussed internally, and any and all information presented here may change in the future. With that in mind, we would like to maintain transparency as much as possible so that our players can confidently enjoy Squadra. Let's start with the original intentions and aims. So this is the thing I always talk about, is I really want them to be like communicating with us more. So this being here is awesome. Star Collection intents and purposes. Originally, the Star Collection's objective was to streamline the enjoyment excuse me, of upgrading heroes and acquiring new heroes. Or upgrading heroes, yeah. Specifically, we wanted to provide an experience where players did not feel as though that they had nothing else to do after acquiring their one and only favorite character, or feel as though acquiring rarely used characters felt unappreciated in game. A singular system that would provide long-term goals as well as a general enjoyment for all players. In conclusion, through player feedback and actual numerics of Season 0 to 1, realize that the current Star Collection system is complicated and does not deliver in terms of fun long-term goal. Well, I think the main issue with it, right, isn't the fact that the Star Collection system is inherently flawed, which it is. It's also the fact that there is no long-term goal when playing, right? When you have it where Zenny is just insanely hard to acquire, when you have it where the hero memory just slowly starts dwindling over time, when you're making it where people play for longer periods but then get hurt from it, then yeah, I'd be like, fuck man, 10 tiers, this sucks. And on top of that, having it, like I said, we're tier 31 to tier 109, it's just too much. It's too much of a gap. Also, before we go on and like continue real quick, I do want to make a brief note. This is the reason why, two things. One, I kind of recommended you guys not to make an alt account. Like, I get it. If you did, it's fine. Like, you could always just go back to it. It wasn't that big of a period of time that you didn't play on that main account, because now you can at least keep the rewards that you already had. And two, this is the reason why I tell you guys to keep pressing them on these issues. This is the only way that we can get stuff done, is by going into that feedback section in Discord, going into their tweets, going into all of this stuff and telling them every single time, you need to make these changes because this is hurting us, you know? Like, you have to be kind of respectful, but this is why you have to do what you got to do, because if not, then they're not going to make these changes. Hero acquisition intents and purposes. In Squadra, players acquire new heroes through the Star Collection system, progressing and upgrading already acquired heroes. This was to provide purpose that players may not directly interact with through gameplay, resulting in an environment where everyone would naturally be inclined to have every hero character regardless of personal preference. Similar to the Star Collection system, well, that is true. Like, I started leveling up characters that I personally do not give a fuck about. Similar to the Star Collection system itself, player sentiments have been made clear that the current convoluted experience simply isn't fun. With that in mind, we are currently working on changes for improvements. Updates, long-term improvements. We believe that Squadra is in need of a new system to replace a Star Collection in its current shape. The team is hard at work to provide for a more easy to understand and a lasting system to satisfy every player. This change to the Star Collection will also mean a new method of hero acquisitions. Please note that the new direction we're working will not mean an instantaneous way of acquiring new heroes for all players, whatever they are introduced, or allow players to hoard in game resources so that way they can save and immediately acquire new heroes on the day of their appearance in game. The direction we're working will not mean an instantaneous way of acquiring new heroes for all players whenever they are introduced. So I think what they're trying to say is that the way that they're going to make the system is that you can't just save like whatever Zenny or hero memory or hero tokens or whatever and just wait until the new character comes out like after the 2-week period. and then immediately acquire them, which, depending on how long they want us to play for, is going to be curious. Instantaneous way of acquiring new heroes. Yeah, it's okay. So it's not going to be an instant thing. That's okay. Like, as long as it's not like a fucking 10 tier grind, anything works. But we'll have to see, of course. I'm hopeful for the system rather than like I'm more hopeful than like, what is it called? Like I am full of hope and cope. I think that they're gonna do a good job, knowing that that this is a big issue of ours. Our objective is to lessen the confusion, streamline the experience, and provide an easy to understand system that allows players to have a long-term fun while pursuing goals that they feel that their time and efforts are respected. Because we do not hope the players will still devote a certain degree of time and effort to acquire heroes. Because we do hope that players will still devote a certain time and effort to acquire heroes. These changes, though, will not be overnight. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you make it where people can continuously get it, like, let's say that in order to get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you had to play for like 5 or 10 hours. The people who are willing to play 5 or 10 hours are going to play them, and then the people who might want to buy it with gems are going to buy it with gems, right? So it helps free-to-play players because all they have to do is play for like a certain period of time. And then for the people who don't want to, they're still going to pay gems regardless, right? That's just my opinion, though. I think that of course they're going to make it where it's going to be like that. I just hope that they don't make it an outrageous amount like how it was for the Star Collection system. There will be large scale changes, and as such, will require multiple seasons for it to be implemented in game. That fucking sucks. But that makes sense. Again, and I've kind of expressed this in almost every single like feedback video that we've done. This is new to them. They have no fucking clue how to make a battle pass when this is the first Dragon Ball game with the battle pass. I think Breakers had one, but look at what happened to them. This is the first Dragon Ball MOBA game, so there's gonna be fucking baby steps that have to be taken, right? There's going to be issues. There's going to be like just stuff that needs to change, of course, and it's the reason why they always ask us, and I wouldn't be surprised if at the end it's like, please, yeah, please, your voices help us make the game better. Like, it's the reason why they tell us as much as they possibly can, please give us feedback, we need help. Because we're not really sure what's going on. Short-term improvements. We also understand that the big changes take a long time does not excuse us from doing nothing in the meantime. That is a really fucking big thumbs up. Updates and changes below will be made in the coming weeks so that our players do not feel as they cannot enjoy Squadra in the long run. Again, that's the number one fucking comment I get in every single video is that they can't enjoy Squadra in the long run. Oh, so their current playtime is wasted. Implementation of weekly rotating missions that reward a hero. Oh my god. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. And I'm assuming that'll just give hero memory instead. Increasing hero memories received from battle results. That's awesome. Adding more events that reward Zenny and hero memories. That's really fucking good. Upgrading the items available from the daily shop. Maybe they're just gonna make that like 1,000. That would be really fucking cool if they just made it where it was like 1,000 memory. Increasing Zenny available from reading the news. And more in consideration will start from December. Okay. That's good, because that's like that's what it is right now. We're in December. So that's good that they're doing it like this month. In closing, due to the nature of the development, these are still subject to change. Despite that, we will hope that players will understand that we are striving for transparency and sincerity to listen to improve for the game for a betterment of everyone involved. There's still more coming in 2026, as well as our first official tournament, Squadra Blast, starting soon in the legendary Super Saiyan. Everyone knows and loves will be making his debut within this month as well. As always, thank you for your passion and continued support of Squadra. We already talked about the voices. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra development and management team. This is perfect. This is the best developer letter of all time. Every single one of the biggest issues were talked about. The fact that hero memory from battles was too low, talking about how it wasn't enough Zenny given even now, talking about how like the star collection system inherently was flawed, and that's the reason why getting tier 1s fucking sucks. All of that stuff is all being addressed in here, and I think that that's perfect. This is exactly why. Like, I get it, you guys are frustrated when stuff like that happens. I'm frustrated. I want to tell all of my frustrations and type them out on and clickety clack on the keyboard, but again, this is the reason why I tell you guys, as much as like this might frustrate you, do not attack the developers, do not be rude to the developers, do not be a dick, all of that stuff. Because the more you just say it calmly and you just continuously talk about implementations you want to see, rather than just being like, fix the star collection system. Like, you have to say what you want, you have to say what the issues you're having are, and you have to continuously make sure that that is a thing that you express, right? Because without that, they're not going to know, right? If all you say is fix Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, they're going to be like, okay, we're going to make his stun even longer. You know what I mean? Like, you have to talk about what you want and why you want it. And again, you just can't really be rude about it, because your feedback is probably just going to be overlooked if you're just like an asshole, you know. But that's just what I think. I always try to be as hopeful as possible, especially when they constantly tell us in every single fucking letter, please help us out, please tell us what you believe, please tell us everything. But yeah, this is a really fucking good update though. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.